Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Audrey and today we're playing on my island of Gingersnap, and I am making a video on this island every day up until Christmas, kind of like an advent calendar, and the goal is to have it completely decorated for Christmas all in time. And as you can see, today I got Teddy in the campsite, who has always been on my list of potential villagers. I love the bears so much. I think they are so cute. And there are two villagers on my island that I'm not super happy with, which are Chatter and Plucky. I'm mostly not happy with Chatter. I'm sorry. I know a lot of you are Chatter fans out there, but I don't know. He just wasn't doing it for me personally. And Teddy just happened to be on the campsite today, and I was so excited. So I sat here and convinced him to live on my island, and it took forever. It took so long. I could not believe it. Oh my goodness. And usually what happens is you play a card game, and if you win the card game, then they will be like, okay, I guess I'll move on to your island. But I lost the card game every single time, and eventually he kind of just took pity on me and he ended up asking to move in. And first go, like the first time around when he finally was like, yeah, I'll move in, he asked if he could kick out Chatter and he could take Chatter's place. And so there he is. Chatter's here in boxes. It was so simple. It was so easy. Normally it is so difficult. Like, they always ask the one villager that you really want to keep, and then you have to restart and you have to do the whole process over again. But nope, he went for Chatter first thing. So Teddy knew he totally belonged on the island this whole time. And he's a cute little bear. I love him. I love his eyebrows. They're so thick and luscious. I love him so much. And today on this video, we're just gonna be chatting and talking because I was like, I don't have enough items, and I really just want to like spend the next couple of days, because it's day 20, so that means we have 4 builds and like a tour left. We have 4, I guess, days of building and a tour to go. So I was like, oh my gosh, I need all the items right now. You know what I mean? So I decided that I was just going to spend all day going to Treasure Islands, so I can just decorate to my heart's content and I don't have to stop and then find something, or, you know, all of that. I didn't get everything I was looking for, to be honest. Saying I didn't get everything I was looking for is kind of a lie. I wasn't really looking for anything specific. I just wanted to grab a ton of islands and have my storage completely full. So I kind of just went to a ton of islands, not really being super specific on what I want or how everything was going to be decorated. I just wanted a ton of items in my storage, so then when it comes time to decorate, you know, I got it all going for me. So we're doing a little Treasure Island and chill today, I guess, is kind of what's going on. And I'll be talking to you, chatting with you. Somebody in the comments was so sweet and said like, oh, if you had a podcast, I would listen to it. And I feel like this is my podcast right now. I'm podcasting for you guys. I'm just telling you my silly little stories as I play a silly little game for you to watch. I don't know if you guys watch or if you just listen. A lot of times I have Animal Crossing videos on in the background while I'm doing other things, so I kind of watch and I kind of listen, you know, and I figure that's kind of what everybody's doing when they're watching me. But I don't know if I would start a podcast, but I definitely really want to stream, and I feel like streaming is kind of like podcasting, except it's live, and sometimes you're doing something, but you know, a lot of what you would talk about on the stream is kind of similar to what you would talk about on a podcast. And there's a lot of videos and things I want to make that I'm really excited about. So I think I'm going to make a video either at the end of the year or at the very beginning of next year, kind of about the stuff I want to make and how I want to make it. And I'm really excited to kind of expand what I'm doing here with Animal Crossing, because I don't know, there's just so much more to do. And normally I like to put a lot of effort and add a lot of effects and editing into all of my videos, but you know, when you're coming out with one every single day, that's just not really an option, you know. Like I don't have time for doing that right now. We gotta make the editing process go quickly, because I need to spend more time decorating than I need to spend time editing, you know what I mean? Especially on this island. But I have learned so much about making an island just with this series, because you know, normally you have all the time in the world. I mean, not always do you have all the time in the world if you're making a holiday island, but you kind of have all the time in the world to kind of plan out and do exactly what you want. And I didn't with this one. And I've kind of figured out what makes decorating easier and what makes it better. For me, kind of blocking out where I want the builds to be before I decorate is so great. Having your storage completely full is great. I think if I had my storage like really full from the get-go, I think all of the colors and all of the theming would be a little bit more cohesive. Instead, it kind of doesn't look as cohesive as I would like it to, because my original plan was to make everything look really white, but I don't know, every time I try to do that, I am just like so into the like dark brown woody tones. I also think having like a strong vision in your head, because the builds that went along with my normal style, like the entrance and the ice fishing and the grocery store, I feel like look so much more inspired than the other ones, because I've kind of made stuff exactly like that multiple times, and I knew exactly how I wanted it to look, and I knew exactly what items I wanted. And so I think if I could take the time with all the other builds, I think they would look just as good. And it would be easier to visualize if I had time to like place things and pick them up a lot more. I was still pretty picky and particular, but I think if I had like a stronger vision in my head, it would have gone a lot better. But I'm still proud of how everything turned out. I'm still liking it, especially I had a time limit to work on, you know what I mean? I couldn't just do whatever I wanted, how long or whenever I wanted. Like I was on a tight schedule here, and I love watching everybody else on their Christmas islands. A lot of people are doing similar challenges right now, and it's so fun and cute and exciting that we're all kind of doing the same thing. And a lot of people I can tell are like, I need to get this done, I'm tired. And I kind of feel the same way. Like it took a long time for me to get a little burnt out. I was afraid after like a week I would be a tad burnt out, but honestly I didn't feel all that burnt out until like the past couple days. And I don't even think I was burnt out. I think I was just like, those were not my days, and sometimes you have days that are not your days, and that's totally fine. But now I feel pretty like refreshed because I've collected all of these items and I've kind of blocked out exactly what I want and where I think it's going to go. I do think I'm going to change where my house is, but I have plenty of time to do that. And I don't think it's going to take very long to decorate all of this stuff, because usually what takes long is me blocking out the area and collecting the items, and then actually placing items and custom designs down is the shorter part, but all that planning and all that other stuff is really important to getting your island done, you know what I mean? So I don't know, it's really fun, it's really exciting. I feel like I definitely learned a lot, like I said, and I think, for whatever islands I make in the future, I'll definitely take that into consideration. I have some ideas for islands I want to do that are like hyper specific themes, and I don't know if I would do those like right now, but maybe in the future. I love the challenges. I think those are really satisfying for you guys to watch, like a challenge from beginning to end. And also it kind of makes playing the game a lot more interesting if you add a lot of challenges in there. But yeah, that's kind of my Animal Crossing discussion on my little Treasure Island and Chill podcast I have for you. Do you guys have any Christmas traditions that you do that you really love? Whether they're like really basic ones, like just decorating your Christmas tree or putting anything up. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, like do you have any cool traditions? I was watching, oh my goodness, I can't believe it's not coming to my brain right now. I was watching Katie on Calico. She did an island tour and she was talking about a Yule log, and she asked if anybody has ever actually made a Yule log before, and I realized I've never made a Yule log. I've made roll cakes, which I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, a Yule log is just a roll cake that's decorated like a log. At least that's what it seemed like on the Great British Bake Off when they did it. It must be like a European thing, and not so much an American thing. But I've made roll cakes, I just haven't decorated them up as logs, and I think maybe one of these years I want to make my roll cake look like a log. I think that would be fun, But yeah, I always love to hear what other people do. Like I hear a lot of people hide a pickle in their Christmas tree. I don't know what's up with that one. I've never done that. But I think like whoever finds the pickle like wins something. I don't know. I think that's fun. And then whenever you go to Christmas parties, do you guys do like white elephant? I always think white elephant is really fun. Do you bring like a silly gift or do you bring like a nice gift? Kato was talking about this on one of her streams. And I usually like to do something that's like kind of silly, but it's like nice. You gotta find a happy medium, you know what I mean? You gotta do something that people would laugh at, but also be like, oh, that's really cool. Like that's what you try to do. One time I told somebody that like fireworks would be a good one, and everybody agreed. They were like, oh my gosh, fireworks is so perfect because it's right around New Year's. Christmas is when you're having all your holiday parties, and who doesn't love a good firework on New Year's, or even just some little sprinkler thingies? Are those what those called? I know exactly what I'm talking about, but I can't think of the name. They're also in Animal Crossing. Very cute, very fun, very festive, you know. Who doesn't love to be celebratory during the holidays, you know? Also, speaking of being celebratory during the holidays, normally I paint my nails and I do a lot of like Christmas nail art. I do my own nails and do my own nail art. I've made a couple nail art videos, shorts on this channel. I love me some nail art. Do you guys do like festive nails or festive nail art, or do you even get your nails done at all? I do my own nails. I keep them kind of in between long and short because I grow out my natural nails. I don't do fake nails, and I just paint them myself with nail polish, and I'm very into it, and I love nail polish. I've actually been meaning to make those like villager inspired nail art videos. A couple people have requested a couple villagers on there that I think would be fun. Someone asked for Timmy and Tommy nails, and I was like, oh, that's such a good idea, Timmy and Tommy. But I have not done nail art in a long time because I've been focusing on this island and also other things that you have to do in life other than play Animal Crossing, which sucks that in real life you can't just play Animal Crossing all day every day. You have to do other things, you know, like sleep and eat. How annoying that I have to do things like, you know, the basics, the necessities. So annoying. Speaking of the basics and the necessities, I have to clean my house today, and that's such a bummer. I hate doing that. It's so annoying that I have to clean it and then it like immediately gets messed up again. And I feel like I'm not that messy of a person, but you know, no matter what you do, you're gonna dirty some dishes and you gotta clean them. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to do your laundry again because you're gonna wear clothes, and that's just absurd to me. It's not fair that there are so many things that I have to do and then I have to continuously do them, like laundry and dishes and, you know, things of that nature, you know. But let me tell you about this little treasure island adventure I had today. It was going pretty smooth, and then suddenly I was getting kicked off of them. People were quietly leaving. It was so infuriating that all of that was suddenly happening. And then there was one island I was trying to get on, and it said it had like 2 people on it, and then suddenly right when I wanted on it, it was full. And I got so mad, and I was like, I quit. So that's why I didn't get everything I wanted, because I started getting a little salty, you know. And that's okay. Sometimes we get salty, like a little saltine cracker. That was me. I was salty, like a saltine. Are saltines all that salty? I don't know. They're a little salty. They're not crazy salty. Anyways, do you have those when you're sick? I have those usually when I'm sick. But yeah, I was talking about how treasure islands were making me so mad, and I've had people offer that they have their own spicy switches and they can help me out, and I just never want to take people up on the offer because I play Animal Crossing at like absurd times of the day. Nobody's like around, you know what I mean? Like I don't want you to take time out of your day to help me out, but I do think order bots in the future would help me a lot. See, someone quietly left here, and my pockets were completely full, and I had to go back and grab everything I had just picked up, and this was the descent into just pure anger and frustration. So I think next time I build an island, I'll be a little bit better about doing all of this, and probably coordinate with people or do order bots and things like that. I just, I didn't want to I didn't want to take up anybody's time with me needing my silly little holiday themed items. Also, I'm a little worried about wallpaper and flooring. I know you can get all of that at Treasure Islands. However, it's not fun to get at Treasure Islands because you have to like look and see what each of them are. And I hate doing that so much. So I might just have to like look at Nook's Cranny for a long time. Also, I can't get my Nook's Cranny to upgrade. I need to look into that because I would like it to be upgraded. I have a feeling that I'm going to do a video where I show you kind of all the small details of what I'm going to do at the end. Like fix little areas, add a couple little items at the end, and that'll be a part of it. I know you have to buy a certain amount, and I've definitely lived on this island the right amount of days. I think I've lived over 50 in-game days on this island. It's only been 20 days IRL days, but you know what I mean. So I don't know, I'll look into it. I know Google has a very simple and quick answer for me, so I'm just gonna look into that and not cause any trouble while doing that. But yeah, wallpaper and flooring is harder to get at Treasure Islands. I guess you could ask them if you're looking for specific ones, but I don't know, I like to just browse and be like, ooh, that looks good, because what if there's something that I'm not thinking about? You know what I mean? I'm always afraid of that. That's kind of why I like to look at all these items at Treasure Islands and stuff like that. But I was getting really excited about the builds that I'm going to be building tomorrow and the next couple of days, because we got a lot of building ahead of us. We have like a little section of the island that's completely blank, and we can't just have a blank island. You know, the name of the game is completing the island before, you know, our 25 days is over. But I'm getting excited for these builds because I have them perfectly in mind. And I think it's funny that like most of these videos I'm like, oh, what do you think I should do? If you have any ideas, let me know. And now I'm like, don't give me your ideas, because there's no room for them anymore. I'm out of room. And honestly, every idea that I wrote down to put on this island is all on here, and I didn't think it would be enough. Like I really was like, ooh, I'm gonna have a lot of leftover space, and really I don't. I think it's because I really filled out transition areas with a lot of trees to make it really woodsy and really full, because I was like, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do in all these little spots. So I just put in a lot of trees, which Isabel hates. That's why my island won't get 5 stars. But honestly, who's going for 5 stars these days? When was the last time you had a 5-star island or necessarily cared about your rating? I can't remember it. I do really like the Lily of the Valleys. I think they're really cute flowers. But I didn't think that they were that necessary for Gingersnap. I almost called it Pawview. It's crazy how much Pawview really sticks in my mind. That island, it was such an era, you know what I mean? We really lived on that island for quite a long time. I will tour it. I have never done an official tour. I did a little bit more decorating off camera. I actually did make videos out of it, but they just weren't very good, so I never posted them. But maybe towards after this series, I'll do a little tour just for nostalgia, because we love and we miss Pawview so much, even though it's really okay, because all the custom design codes like I made by myself and they're really, you know, just okay. They're not great, they're not bad, they're, you know, they're just middle of the road, because I don't want to say that they're bad. I don't think they're bad. I tried really hard on them when I made them. But I don't know if I'll ever make my own again unless there's something I really want and I can't find it, because it is a challenge. Like, I'm so grateful for all those people that have spent so much of their life and their time making custom design codes for all of us greedy people who would never make our own. Because if it wasn't for hard mode, I would have never tried to make my own custom designs. I think the only time I had previous to that was like the first couple days of Animal Crossing being out. I made a Magikarp flag for myself, because Magikarp is my favorite Pokemon. I love him. Don't ask me why. I just love him. He speaks to me. And then I also made like a little color block hoodie, which it's not like that's difficult to make, because who doesn't love color blocking? I sure do. I hope it never goes out of style. Same with those like little loafer shoes that are really in right now. I hope those never go out. I love them so much. Even if they do go out, I'm gonna keep wearing them because I think they're so cute. I see Emma Chamberlain wearing them a lot right now, and I'm like, okay, that's how you know something is like trendy, is if she's doing it. You know what I mean? Like she's the queen of trend and trendy, you know? So we're reaching the end of my Treasure Island journey today. I got frustrated and I had to quit. So that's why we're at the end here. But I appreciate you guys so much for chilling, hanging out with me while I kind of do this kind of podcast situation where I just chill and talk and we have a good time. But I'm making a video every day up until Christmas, and we don't have much long left. So if you want to see me wrap up this island, please subscribe, like the video if you liked it. And even when we're done with Gingersnap, I have a lot more ideas. So it's going to be a fun, great, exciting time. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys next time.